Eric Wilson here, independent licensed mechanic with 30 years of experience. In the next short while, I'm going to show you the inside story on this 2017 Mazda 3. Okay, coming into the front left tire, you got about 50% tread on all-season radio, so down a bit, but definitely not out. The left lower ball joint right here is critical because it holds the wheel to the chassis, and it is tight. This rubber boot is the outer CV boot, and it's full of grease, and if it was ripped, you see grease all over the place. Important not to be, because it keeps the axle lubricated going forward. Now, the inner CV boot, you see for yourself, that is good and dry as well. Now this is the left outer tie rod. Now this is critical. It's the only thing that holds the left wheel to the steering, and it is tight. The left sway bar link connected from here up to there, that is important to be connected because it dampens the sway when it goes around the corner. Now, more importantly, I want to point out, if you take a look behind that rubber where the axle comes out, see how dry it is? That's important because it's a leak point. If it was going to leak, it would leak right there. So brake-wise, leak-wise, suspension-wise, on the front left, I don't see any issues. Coming across to the front right tire, again, about 50% tread on all-season radio, so definitely some good tread left. The right lower ball joint, this is tight. The right outer CV boot, good and dry. About 20,000 K left on your front brakes. Down a bit, but definitely not out. The right outer tie rod is tight. The right CV boot is good and dry. The right inner CV boot is good and dry. Brake-wise, leak-wise, suspension-wise, I am not seeing any indication on right or left, or on the motor for that matter. I don't see any indication of leaks at all, which is a good sign. Now, following down the exhaust, this is your exhaust. Okay, here's your catalytic converter. Now, nothing wrong with it. Big problem though. People are laying on the ground and going cut, and you got yourself about a $1,500 repair job. Now, if you buy the vehicle, I have the answer to stop that happening, and I'll show you what it is. This is a typical catalytic converter, not unlike yours. What I do is I'm going to put these stainless steel cables on your top and bottom. Can't see it that well, but remember, people are laying on the ground, they put the saw in there, they hit the blade, they say forget it, they try it again, forget it, and they move on, and you haven't lost your catalytic converter, which is a good thing, and that's number one on the list of what you're going to get if you buy the vehicle. Now, following the exhaust down, following it down, no cracks, no breaks, very clean. In fact, speaking of clean, bottom of the vehicle here, very clean. I'm not even seeing any surface rust, which is nothing but good. Now, coming back to the right rear tire, about 50% tread. Yeah, about the same as the front. They're about 50% tread. The right rear spring suspension, no cracks, no breaks. This tube is the right rear shock. It's full of oil, and if it was leaking, you see it dripping all the way down there. But that is not. Brakes about 20,000 K on your right rear side. Coming across to the left rear side, about 50% tread. Your left rear spring suspension intact. Your left rear sway bar link is connected, doing its job. Your left rear shock is good and dry. Your 20,000 K on your right and your left rear side brakes, and the right rear sway bar link is connected and doing its job as well. Okay, with the I got the scanner plugged in here, and if you look at that, it says codes found 0. So there is no check engine codes, and that is nothing but good. No cracks in your windshield, dash looking very clean. Now I'm going to take you out and show you the condition of the motor. Okay, shot of the motor with it running. Okay, shut off the exhaust. Nothing out of the ordinary. Now, one thing I always do is I take off the oil cap and I take a look underneath to see if there's any indication of white goo. Now, white goo would be a mixture of oil and antifreeze, and that is a big problem, big reason to walk away. I do not see any indication of that. In fact, I don't hear any indication of problems in this car. I don't see any problems of any immediate problems in this vehicle, brake-wise, leak-wise, suspension-wise. no check engine codes. Now the other thing I want to show you, and there's two other things I want to show you that you're going to get if you decide to buy the vehicle. Now, if you buy the vehicle, number two, I'm going to wire this unit right here into the fuse box right here, and it's going to be all sealed up, and it is a anti-theft protection system, which means that if this fob is more than 9 feet away from the car, it doesn't matter if the keys are in the car, it will not start. So, like, gentlemen, carry it in your wallet. Ladies, carry it on in your purse or on your necklace, because if this is 9 feet away, the car will not start and become impossible to steal, even if they have the key. Now, that's number two. Number three, this little device right here doesn't look like much, but it goes on the fuel line, and I've used this for 30 years to save 10% fuel, gasoline, natural gas, and diesel fuel. In fact, I put it on my house and I saved 10% of my natural gas. I'll show you how to do the same. And this is number three. And now these three are the three for free if you buy. And then contact me and I will have you in and out with those three things on your vehicle, and saving fuel, impossible to steal, and catalytic converter, not going to get stolen. Hopefully this will help you make an informed decision, and I look forward to being of service to you. Thank you very much.